Well, hello guys, welcome to The Corner, where we talk about anime, manga, and everything in between. And today is a special day because I decided to watch episode 8 through episode 11 of Interview with Monst Girls. Yes, I decided to do that, so let's get to that review right now. The reason I decided to go with a 4-episode review is because of the fact that in the end of episode 8, it seemed like a little bit of conflict was about to transpire. I really did want to see exactly what was going on and wanted to catch up with the series itself, since apparently I've been kind of keeping up with the English dub version, but I know I listened to both English dub and English sub, so it was really convenient for me to have those weekly things right now. But I guess we'll just flip right into what's going on. Between 8 and 11, we had a lot of things that in turn ended up happening with the Demis and Professor Taka. And it lays into a strange thing that the principal comes up to him towards the end and states to him, "You need to stop doing what you're doing because this is not okay. This morals and stuff like that are wrong, and you aren't paying attention to the human students just as much as you're paying attention to demis. You're just paying attention to the demi-humans." But before this, about an episode behind, there was something that did in turn end up happening, and Taka thought about it at first, about the moral restraints he has given to what's actually going on, and if it is even appropriate for him to do it. And once he started thinking about the whole thing with Maki, and Maki wanting to hold her head and have her head in his lap, once he thought about her with an actual human body, it seemed very inappropriate. And it didn't really help the fact that these girls were starting to get a physical attraction for Taki in the first place, and really just wanted to be around him just to be around him after a certain point. So the vice principal took it into his hands to do what he needed to do to supplement the situation at hand. So Taka's not going to get in trouble for what's going on. So the vice principal's just worried about Taka and his job. He doesn't want things to get out of hand where he's going to lose Taka as a teacher himself. And it's very understandable because from what it looks like, Taka is probably one of the best teachers that they have when it really comes down to being able to treat the students with respect and do what they need to do with it. I'm sure we haven't seen the other teachers in action, and we really haven't been through it much with the other teachers, and it's just been with these certain characters. But if you think about it, he's the only one that is talking to the demis, and the demis are they only feel comfortable with Taka. The bias between demis and humans is shown pretty much in these 4 episodes in the first place. There's a lot when it comes down to what's actually going on and how people actually view what ends up happening. Taka himself obviously is not trying to do anything inappropriate, and he never viewed it as that way until recently in episode 10, if I remember correctly, when he takes Maka to the person that knows a lot about dollar hands and stuff like that, and she learns a lot just from that. I understand what the principal's saying, that I feel that they would have naturally gone over this and things would have gone better, but at the same point in time, yeah, they would have been able to talk to more people and been more friendly with people, but Taka's actually been helping them with their abilities and what's been going on with them as demis, the things that they're not understanding, and what the demis are really scared of from humans in the first place. And that's the stories of back in the day on what humans thought of them and what their powers were. And as time went on, Taka was an inspiration to some of the students as well. And the vice principal ends up seeing this, and in turn creates a situation where he's like, "Taka, keep doing what you're doing. Excuse what I said, I'm sorry. Obviously, the students are being inspired by what you're doing, and they're actually hanging out as they look across to see the demis actually associating with other kids at this point." And honestly, that final episode that I watched, episode 11, was pretty tear-jerking. It was really sad and it was really emotional, but it made you really happy to see them do all this stuff. And the demis even coming up with a video to show Taka so he would understand he's helped them out a lot. Even if it would have ended up naturally in the end, he's taught them a lot, not what would have happened naturally in the end, but to learn more about who they are and what's going on with them, because otherwise they would have been so much more complicated for them to get over what was going on, and it probably wouldn't have been in high school that they got over it in the first place, but more into adulthood. I really did enjoy watching all 4 of these episodes together, and to get the storyline that I have been missing for a while, and not just guessing what's going to happen next, because episode 11 leaves off on a beautiful section, and I'm guaranteeing you it's not the end of the whole thing, but I knew there was some sort of conflict going to happen at some point in time, but I still feel that there is going to be a conflict going to continue to happen at some point in time, because of how much time Taka actually spent with the girls themselves, and that conflict could cause a big situation, since the vice principal has already given the okay and everything like that. Yes, I know I haven't looked it up, so I don't know how far they're going with Interview with Monst Girls. There's a lot, like, I know I need to do some research on how far they're going to continue this, and how far the first season even is going to be. But with this anime and how beautiful it is, and how well it's put together, the storyline and the emotional feels you get from this anime just from what's going on, you just want to keep watching to see it progress even further, because this is not like one of those normal animes that you would just get into and be like, huh, alright, we're done. Or even, it's getting old because it's going too far, it's going too long. This anime is something that is more like a drama, more like a soap opera type of situation, where they could literally keep going with it as long as they want, because of how much in-depth desire is in this anime, how much there is to the anime, and how much they could actually add to the anime. Sure, it would only go until Taka was gone, or another teacher comes in to replace him, but we all know that shows aren't exactly the same when they replace them unless it's in a good way. Also, and I'm pretty sure that they didn't introduce the detective for no reason, and he has had a little bit of influence on what's been going on, so there's definitely a lot more to come, and there's a lot more questions still unanswered about what's going on. We're only on episode 11. Most animes don't end on an 11th episode in the first place, so we're going to probably hit episode 10 to 13 just by my thought here, and continue on with this anime without a problem. I can't wait till next week when the next episode drops. Hopefully I didn't go too far, and I will still have an episode to review next week, because I don't know when these pop out. I'm sorry, I haven't been paying attention. I've just been doing it every Monday. Don't hurt me. Until next time, you guys, please don't hurt me. You guys have a great day, and a fun one as well. Bye.